come in. And here, they can also just go through them, in through the broken walls. The BW. You know what? Alberttt will never be able to fight against the allegations of him being a dictator, because literally, keys to victory, the AudyTzy voting, everything
is about Alberttt.
It's all about Alberttt. So he truly has been dictating MPL ID and EVOS.
Okay, let's see if they dictate the draft as well for him. Because so far, it looks like Hirara is still left open with the Melissa, Freya, Barat, Marcel, and Atlas banned out.
Wow.
There's still an opportunity for that to come out.
That's crazy. NAVI basically said, no, Alberttt is not a problem. We'll try to beat him in playstyle. We'll try to counter and limit his movements in-game, but not in drafts.
We've seen coaches go with that approach before, right? Refusing to really bend down to the will of the dictator Alberttt.
Right.
But can they make it happen right here? They go with a Barat's ban, Aldo.
Whoa! Oh. The Fanny respect. They ban out the Melissa, so they know the Fanny can be picked up first pick. So EVOS now is in the Hirara. Straight up. Yes, it is. W Hirara, the best pick of all time, the best hero that Mutan has ever released.
I love that the entire day, I think Fanny has been ignored up until this match. Like, NAVI know that in certain cases and against certain teams and of course against certain players, the Fanny still needs to be respected, and the Fanny finally shows up here in the first phase with the Hirara being picked up. What are we looking at for the first two picks for NAVI?
Presumably Uranus. And then the second one's a bit more flexible. Why there? Could it be a...
Paquito?
I gotta think it might be a mid lane somehow. I don't know. Got a gut feeling.
Mid lane. Beleric and Paquito. So they leave the Uranus out instead.
Yep. Man. Beleric, Paquito though. A lot of options here to shift around for why not. Now for EVOS, right? It's a bit more straightforward. You have a Hirara. You want to get some early tempo to help with the jungle, with the invades. You want to get some crowd control to enable as well. And then everything else can be, like the gold lane could be a bit more, it could be held up for a bit longer just because the Paquito can flex, right?
Uranus is pretty good for me. Picking it up, getting tempo with the Hirara. Then you combo it together with maybe a Selena pickup here so you can burst the neutral objective with tempo.
Solid plan.
Question is the street. Okay, exactly it. All right, nice. Me and Aldo, man. That's why he's my GOAT. You know what? I am very EVOS now. Goodbye, Bigatron, for today. For today.
Wow. That's already a rare occasion, man.
Bro, I got all of his picks. Me and him, we think alike. It's almost like we work together.
Almost, almost.
Might be the same person.
What will be the last pick for NAVI, though?
I've never worked with Why Not, but I will try. I think if they want to play it safe, go for a mid that can clear quick. Do they go Dorm? I don't know.
Novaria?
They go Esmeralda to deal with the Uranus, but that means... All right, no, they still have flex.
Yeah. Paquito can still go into the jungle, he can still go into the gold lane, considering that we don't know what the gold lane for EVOS currently is, so they are still holding that card. Meanwhile, EVOS don't have room for flex.
That's right. It's a bit more straightforward, but again, they don't need to really play these games, these silly little games, because they have the power picks. I wonder what they want to give Erlan though, right? Do they want to try and double down on the early game? We've seen teams go for that approach, or get some more late game insurance.
Gatot ban though. Do they want ban Minotaur next?
Huh.
Novaria goes. You were talking about clear, something that can clear fast from a safe distance as well, and the Novaria does exactly that.
I think the Lilia is a pretty good option to ban as well right now, right? So survivability with Selena and Hirara, take that out of the way. Someone that can actually deal with the clear of a Selena in the mid lane too. But yeah, I really like the Cho and the Gatot bans, man. They're really just taking a look at the past of Aldo and EVOS. Whenever back then EVOS go for the Selena, it's always paired up together with a Gatot or crazy clear with the Cho to guarantee that mid. And Eudora that I expected to come through there with the Novaria, both of them banned out. Solid stuff for Aldo.
Right, for why not right now? He bans the roamers that can help with the clear. Are they gonna get something that can clear as well? If they want to get something with a bit more fighting chance against the aggressive Selena.
I was about to say Marcel, but Marcel's banned out. What's left? Are we thinking about like a glue?
What do we think? I think the roam is Beleric. I think we're thinking mid lane and gold lane right now. For
EVOS?
Aldo. I think the glue is very good, but they have to know where the Paquito's going. If Paquito's going jungle, the glue would be pretty solid. They'll be able to, you know, technically combo with the Selena. If you get the mid prior, if you get that stack into the slam, the Claude gets picked up here. And now for Aldo, what do they want to pick up in the jungle? In the gold lane?
Do they go for Moscow?
They might go Brody here with the Selena and Hirara. I'm actually a fan of the Brody here in this game.
So you just play fast?
I think so. You play it very, very quick. So the Brody pick up in gold, and then you go for a roamer. That needs to be a body. The glue makes sense, but I feel like a Minotaur would also make sense in this scenario. I'm not a fan of Minotaur, but against the Claude and Paquito, you can cancel out those Blazing Duets.
With the knockup.
There you go.
Close.
It wasn't Brody, it was Clint.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's just like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, like it's a strong side, gold laner. Both are sheriffs, both shoot guns.
These are good lanes as well for EVOS right now. Do they swap things around? But they can at this stage. They just need a mid laner.
I don't think they have any more flex to play with. They just wanted to get a good matchup in the mid lane.
What is a good matchup? Lilia?
Is there a cheese coming here? Like, cause he held onto it all the way till the end.
For Jiizee.
Yeah. They need a stun of some sort. Is Valentina the option? Yeah. All right.
Oof. I think is it not pretty even?
I mean,
if we're talking winning lanes, I would say EVOS, no?
If we're talking macro control, map control early game, it's all on EVOS. They have Prio up top. They have Prio in mid with Selena Minotaur as well.
Prio gold.
Prio in the gold lane. So they should be able to secure Turtle 1. That should be guaranteed. But then after that, how do they convert on the lead?
And if this goes to the late game, then Navi has Claude.
It's true.
What do you think, Mr. Analyst? Who are you?
I can definitely think this game might go late. Because I feel like both teams have a good amount of like playmaking tools. So there's gonna be a lot of like outplay attempts coming in from both teams, I feel like.
Okay, let's see how the outplays happen. Let's see how the execution happens. EVOS once again coming off of a victory. Navi on a loss. Will that be the right motivation that Navi needs to secure this first game against the White Tigers? Let's head over to the Land of Dawn.
Already we're seeing Andoryu on the Paquito in the jungle. Is the idea to really use this to exert pressure? Because even though the lanes are winning, right? Sometimes with a jungler like the Paquito, you might be a bit more vulnerable to those early ganks. Rotations is something that we talked about for both teams, right? If they can get the mid lane going, it can be quite beneficial, but EVOS definitely seem to have the better clear, especially with a Minotaur.
Yeah, Alberttt is clearing way faster than the Paquito right now. So Paquito's on the second camp, and Albert's already on his own. He's already cleared an enemy camp as well, so that is going to push him forward in this early stage of the game. And now only is Andoryu able to convert onto the enemy jungle and go for the invade here.
Yeah, this forces Andoryu to rotate over, but it's going to be delayed by Moeza. Like, even if Andoryu still gets this, which he does with the retreat, he had to step away. It was out of his pathing, right? For Alberttt, it was a smooth transition. He knew exactly where he was going with the Selena as well. So, yeah, he should have the XP and farm advantage. Good dodge by Jiizee.
Was one of the winning conditions, the keys to victory for Navi, right? They have to be able to find a way to secure or somehow alleviate that jungle pattern from Alberttt. And for the first 2 minutes of the game, Alberttt has just been doing whatever he wants.
Don't forget DrianW helping him out with the clear too, so he really is going a lot faster right here. Going into the first hurdle, that might be quite a significant advantage that EVOS can use to get a leg up over Navi.
Should be. Albert's level 4 already. We do see some trades and damage onto Moeza here, but Moeza should still be able to heal himself up. And now they've collapsed on the first objective of the game.
And look at Aldo, he's playing it chill. This arrow lands, and it's just a bait for now. They're wasting Andoryu's moves right now. Purple buff has already been taken. Albert's a whole level advantage over Andoryu. Now it's a jump on APHRO. It's a jump full. Minnows Fury, the Retribution, one out by Antonio. Now they go in on Alberttt. Early game, not the success that you'd expect with this comp.
Alberttt didn't even use his Retribution. I think he was, what, knocked up or?
Yes, Jiizee stole the Minnows Fury.
Used it on him as well. The timing on that was unfortunate as well. I think Alberttt wanted to try and dodge through it and mistimed it. Either way, that's a great win for Navi in the early game, but they're gonna need to do more than just win out in these neutral objective fights.
But I mean, technically it should be okay, right? I mean, they've secured the objectives, they have a little bit of a gold lead, and at the very end, they can still utilize the quad in the late game. So if we're talking about timings, do you not think that it's more for EVOS in this regard?
Like there's more urgency for EVO?
Yes.
I think so. But again, Navi, if they can really get something going here, I think if they really won, if they have outplayed EVOS already, I think they want to try and maintain that tempo. Because if they kind of allow EVOS space to farm up and recover, I think they're a team that can do that.
Okay, let's see if they can actually execute it properly. Still in the 3 minutes, only 1 kill on the board. It's actually a very low count game. We do see Moeza rotating towards his top side of the map, maybe looking for a pick onto Zeon. Zeon still is able to clear. Nothing fancy just yet, honestly, between both of these teams.
I think it was just a mistake by EVOS early on, right? Like with this composition, you should try to blitz the neutral objective. They didn't get tempo up top and they maybe felt like it wasn't enough, but they weren't able to clear out mid quicker. They set up an ambush as well. I don't know. It looks like they are not playing to the composition's strength.
Did you think that Alberttt should have gone straight for the objective instead of his own
buff? The whole team should have gone for the objective straight after the mid clear.
Would have allowed them more time to set up, to try and get vision. I think there was some urgency there, right? By the time Alberttt was in the picture, the turtle was already quite low. That's definitely a mistake that won't be repeated, and already EVOS are in the vicinity, but Navi, especially with the Beleric, have more ways to just stay in a bush and deny that way.
Oof. This looks very tough. Rather than trying to the flicker by APHRO, he missed it. Alberttt now with the walk up into Retribution, and Toryu wins it out. Jiizee trying to go for the Minnows Fury here as he steals it, but it won't land. No kills, just a neutral objective, and both teams back away.
So 2 objectives already secured by Navi, which is not something that we expected, taking a look at the drafts. I think we've mentioned this. And now we see an invade from Navi on both angles. Jiizee and APHRO there. I don't think Erlan should be able to go for this 1v3, but whoa! Look at that damage on DrianW. He barely gets out of alive, but he still does.
Yeah, that's a pretty turret. Moeza. Oh god, Minnows Fury by Jiizee. Knocks Erlan up. That's the Blazing Duet. That didn't land on anybody, but it's okay. Jiizee will fall to Alberttt as he rotates up top. Good reactive rotation. Now they go for this pick. It's still Zeon who takes the gold crab.
So now what do EVOS do? Like, what are they playing for here?
Well, they're still playing to try and get an advantage. I think ideally, right, they want to actually go and get some more pickoffs before the fights even begin. And then when Navi try and respond to it, that's where they use the Minotaur. I think that's the way the fight would go ideally, right? But Navi is doing a good job just hiding away the big crowd control tools in the bushes. And so EVOS are just a bit more hesitant moving forward, but look at Karss.
As the Pawn Star Moon is able to land it on 3. She has to away in time with the Purify as well. Clean. You know, something was already happening up top, so all he needs to do is survive.
I'd love to see like the wait a second, Randy.
I don't think he'll survive. Oh god!
Where'd he go?
And Toryu. So much damage on this Paquito, and now he goes on Alberttt as well. A retreat to steal the Golem. And orange buff might be taken as well. Hold on. Knockout strike jumps. Oh, he's taking everything away from Alberttt, man. Taking the jungle as well. Look at the Minotaur. Moeza not playing to open up for Alberttt, and the Abyssal Arrow doesn't land. Karss is able to get tempo. This is Navi playing EVOS' game.
There's just so much damage. The fact that they can burst down Randy like that is not a good sign, man. It means that in the next neutral objective fights, EVOS won't be able to contest ground. And you can see it here. They respect the burst potential, but they're falling further and further behind. Almost a 4K gold lead for Navi.
And a 1-level lead for Andoryu as compared to Alberttt, who just hit level 10. It was nearly a 2-level difference. And I was pretty chill about that 3v1 because I thought that Randy wouldn't be killed, but here it is, another engage.
Minus Fury by Mueza. Into Minus Fury as well. Dory able to get the kill onto the Minotaur. Randy now in a miss, but pops the Consecration. The Blazing Duet zoning Erlan away. Forced in a few abilities out there, but now it's going to be DrianW with a walk-up. Taunted again. Jiizee holding the splash damage as Endoryu zones everybody. Tier 1, mid lane, secured.
He's been clean this game. After everything we were talking about him of Endoryu, in this particular game, he's been clean. 2-0-2. He has 2 items under his belt, the War Axe and the Hunter Strike. And it feels like that damage alone, it's enough for him to burst the frontliners, both Randy and Mueza. They don't stand a chance up against the Paquito.
Both are only sitting on a Dreadnought armor, Randy and Mueza, so they're gonna need a lot more defensive abilities before they can actually walk up carelessly. And again, the looming threat of APHRO on the Belleric, he did botch the Flicker ulti play earlier, but it's still a very dangerous engage tool available to NAVI. So as long as they don't really get good vision on APHRO, it's hard for EVOS to walk up.
Abyssal Arrow, oh, good dodge by Zeon, gets away in time. Consecration already popped though, Mueza. With the jump in forward, gets competent taunt, and Jiizee is just always on the Minuan's Fury. Literally almost a non-poke over on APHRO. He just regens back up, and it just seems like EVOS' win condition got derailed so early on.
They're stuck waiting, and NAVI is doing a great job going for neutral objectives and not forcing anything, right? They have the gold lead, they can go for kills, but they're playing it calm, cool, collected, slowly but surely taking away the turrets, taking away the purple buff as well. Now with the Lord in the picture, and I think they saw a glimpse of Alberttt bot very early on. They just rush it, man.
This is so uncanny of NAVI. Them playing it this safe, this macro, this disciplined.
I think it takes 2 to tango right now, and NAVI want to fight. It's EVOS that are just avoiding the fights, right? They're staying on the turret, they're looking for trades, they're playing the macro game. I think for EVOS, it's just maybe that discipline from last season carried over a bit too much. Because with this composition, you needed to look for that early gamble, look for those risks. They wanted to play it just all according to calculation, only if they were able to get some certain conditions down. And that's what led to all this snowball. Sometimes the riskiest play is to play it safe.
All right, orange still secured by Alberttt. Ooh, Karss feeling a little feisty right there. NAVI should be able to get at least 1 base turret, right, if they play this right.
Real-time victory rate, very accurate. That's a bit, yeah, I'd give it a bit more over to NAVI. And Endoryu can just, I think, even burst Rendi's. Yeah, taking a bit of a beating. Lord up there, taunt as well. Rendi able to survive for now. Rapid Triad from APHRO lands on all, almost. The frontliners all just locked down. Zeon and Endoryu and Jiizee following it up now as to conceal. The arrow doesn't land. Erlan's defending right now, but Zeon's able to pick up the turrets. Endoryu walks up, and he'll be able to dish out so much damage. Again, a punch to knock Erlan out. At least they'll get something back right there. A shutdown, and now with the cannon is still there, they'll just end the game. 10:55.
1 cannon is all it took, man. NAVI, calm, cool until it's time to actually call the shots.